Chords and Notes Nation, and this is another full album reaction. I chose Walls of Jericho, Helloween. My Helloween fans, you will appreciate that. Those of you who are not Helloween fans, this is the debut album from Helloween. And let me see, 1985. Now, I chose the original version rather than the 1987 version, which has 3 extra songs on it. So, what can I say? I totally did not expect this. Did not expect this, not a single bit. I was taken by surprise. It's one thing to listen to individual songs. It's another thing to listen to an entire album. And the entire album will give you more of the spectrum of musical ability that a band has at any given point in time. And as with any musicians that progress in their skill and their technique and their songwriting, over time you'll see that progress from album to album. Mostly. You know, some bands, no offense, but AC/DC, like, to me, it's the same every album. So anyways, sorry about that. What can I say? Boy, there were some really rockin' riffs, and the energy was intense. The vocals, Kai Hansen just did an outstanding job. Outstanding job. Just really had not only the range, the register, and the range, but the power to support it. And this came out in '85, so around that time, other significant albums that I can think of, and excuse me, I keep getting notifications in here. Power Slave would have been out by this time, I believe. So from Iron Maiden, Power Slave. Savatage was just getting done with Power of the Night and getting ready to release Hall of the Mountain King. So that was significant. Those are the only 2 I can think of right now. Forgive me. This was musically, it was very indicative of the time, the type of heavy metal music that was going on. And it was very refreshing to hear because, as you guys know, I don't really listen to Helloween at all other than these reactions. So it's kind of nice to now fill in. There's many musical blanks in my dictionary from way back. And I think that's always kind of been, because if it's kind of popular at the time, I delay listening to it unless I just kind of stumbled across it. I know Rush was really huge in the 80s, and that was just something which has always been my go-to band, my favorite band of all time. And they have not been dethroned yet, just because it means so much. But to me, I didn't know about them until I was walking somewhere and I had my Sony Walkman radio on and headphones on and came across Working Man for the first time on the radio. So, when I mean stumbling across things, I mean like that. But I remember kids at school, Helloween was huge. Iron Maiden was huge. But I didn't start listening to Iron Maiden until after high school. But I never got into Helloween. I think kind of because of the time that I grew up, and I grew up in a family that was not religiously strict, but I don't think something like that would have been readily accepted, especially the name, and I look at some of these images here. I do know at that point in time, I don't think my parents would have been too keen on me bringing that sort of stuff in the house. So you know, that also plays a part in it, the way you're raised, and there's nothing wrong with that. Um, you know, sometimes it's better to discover things later in life because you can appreciate it better, like I am here and now. And I certainly do not hold anything against my parents for filtering what I listen to. At times, they did at times, because that's their prerogative. They want to make sure that you know, their kids are doing well, and so do I. So with my kids, I don't always introduce them to everything that I listen to. I'll introduce them to things that I think are appropriate, and let them make the decision on whether that's something that they like or not, because musical tastes change over time. Back to Walls of Jericho. I had a track listing in front of me, um, and but I didn't. The video I was watching didn't tell me which song I was on. Um, just yeah. So I believe Gorgar and Heavy Metal is the Law were my two favorite tracks off the album. And then How Many Tears was just balls to the wall, fantastic. It just, the whole album caught me by surprise. It was really, really good. And this makes me want to go and listen to their next album, which would be Keeper of the Seven Keys. Now, you guys correct me if I'm wrong. Is this their debut album? Or did they have one before this? Did they have a... it looks like they had an EP or a mini LP prior to that. You guys let me know. I don't always trust the Wikipedia, because anybody can go in and edit the information, and you don't know if it's correct or not. So I just brought it up to get a little bit of background on it. Give me a time and a place, and where this fits in their discography. So I'm gonna give this one 2 thumbs up. This is a good album, and I'll listen to it again. It's a good workout album because of the energy. So fantastic. You guys have a great day. I will talk to you soon. Bye.